Welcome back to another one. I'm Wary the Bushman, and we're going to be doing our first ever How I Would Fix a Killer. And the first one we're going to do is Michael Myers. We're going to be talking about their power, their add-ons, and also the problematic things of the character's nature. Michael Myers is considered by many as the weakest killer in Dead by Daylight. However, in my opinion, I do think he is the second to weakest in the game. Still very problematic in a lot of different ways. But there are a lot of changes I think that could come to Michael Myers to definitely fix him. So let's get straight into it. While in Tier 1, how you currently are in Tier 1 is you will be having a lot of penalties in Tier 1. My version will make it so it's simplified. You will be a normal killer, except you will gain the undetectable status effect. In Tier 2, it will be a little bit different. You will gain 5% in almost every single status: braking, vaulting, lunging, and also general movement speed. This will make it so you are a slightly better M1 killer. However, because you are a lot quicker than the old version of Tier 2, you will have a 24 meter tear radius instead of a 16 meter tear radius. However, this can be changed with add-ons. In Tier 3, it is relatively the same. However, you now have a 10% braking speed and a 10% movement speed set. So basically, instead of it being 11, it's simplified to 10. There will be a new option. If a survivor is on at least one hook, they will have an option to moor them on the ground. However, if you do not moor them on the ground, you will go from Tier 3 back to Tier 2 upon exiting Tier 3. But if you decide to moor somebody on the ground, it will send you all the way back to Tier 1. If your Tier 3 ends by any means, the stock on all survivors replenishes. The range limit of which you can stalk from afar will be reduced. That penalty from when you stalk from very far away is no longer a thing. Now let's get into the add-ons. Now the major add-ons I would like to see change is Boyfriend's Memo. I think this could definitely be changed into where it makes it so when you stand completely still, your stalk speed is increased by 10%. Lore accurate, but still very cool of an add-on, I feel. However, I would like a penalty as well, for if you move with this add-on, you will actually stalk slower. So you stalk 10% faster if standing still, but you also stalk slower if you actually move with your stalk. The next one I would do is the Glass Shard Fragment. This will make it so instead of what its current effect, which is not very strong, this will make it so if you stalk while you are in Tier 1, it will reveal the auras of any survivor within 8 meters of you. This could be quite nice in some situations. The other Glass Fragment, this will make it so when you are in Tier 2, you see the auras while stalking within 12 meters of you. So this could be quite useful to find people maybe nearby or just in a loop just to get those simple wall hacks through a wall. And as for the Green Fragment, this will make it so when you are in Tier 3 upon while stalking in Tier 3, or not stalking in Tier 3 but in Tier 2, you will basically see anybody within your tear radius range. So in Tier 2, you will be able to tell who is within your range at a greater distance than the other Glass Shardment. As for the other add-ons, which are the stalking speed add-ons, I will start with the normal default stalking add-on. This one will be reworked. It will increase your stalking amount by 50% while standing completely still, reduces the rate of which you stalk survivors while moving. So this would be a add-on similar to the gray one, just a little bit better. As for the Obsession one, this one will be a little bit different. It will remove the amount of total stalk limit on all other survivors other than the Obsession by 25%, but increase the rate of which you stalk the Obsession by 100%. A trade-off for targeting the Obsession other than the other survivors. This could be quite nice. And upon mooring a survivor, if you do moor the Obsession will not be permanently removed and will change onto a new survivor. As for Vanity Mirror, upon exiting Tier 3 back into Tier 1, you see the auras of all survivors for the first 3 seconds. Upon initiating out of Tier 3 to Tier 1 for the first time, the movement speed of 10% will pre-exist upon coming out of Tier 3 to Tier 1 for 15 more seconds. For Scratchmere, going from Tier 1 to Tier 2, you will have your undetectable pre-existing while having the new effects. It will pre-exist for 12 seconds. However, upon this as well, is you will also see the survivor's auras within 24 meters when transitioning from Tier 1 to Tier 2. Will make a very nice, snazzy jump scare. As for the Hair Clump add-ons, I would make Hair Clump where when you reach Tier 3, you will see the auras of any survivors within your territories upon initiating Tier 3 for the first 10 seconds, and you will see them for 10 seconds. As for Tombstone Piece, this will be reworked. If you mori a survivor on the ground, you will only be sent back to Tier 2. However, the amount of stock required will be increased by 100%, basically gaining the buffs from Tier 2, but no more than that, as the time it would take you to start from Tier 1 to Tier 2 will be the same as with this add-on. As for Iridescent Hair, you will see the auras of all survivors while in Tier 3. However, survivors can no longer be moried on the ground. And Tombstone, all survivors who are moried on the ground will instantly replenish your Tier 3 duration. However, survivors are no longer exposed. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a relatively short video, but if you guys want to see more about me talking about changes I would like to see to the characters, I will definitely make more. But stay tuned for those. Like this video if you want to see more like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.